guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're talking about 10 items you may forgot but you really need to stockpile. So without further ado guys, let's start with number 1, and I'm talking about the food preservation vessels. I don't see enough emphasis online for preppers to stockpile things like this. It is very, very important, but for some reason we seem to, or many seem to, overlook that. Don't forget guys, if we're preparing for a SHTF scenario and if we have to be relying on our own produce that we grow to be able to preserve this and store this, those kind of things are gonna be irreplaceable. So for example guys, we're talking about the glass jars, okay? Whether the jars that you use guys are with the lids, like a normal lids, or whether you use the mason type jars guys, or whether even you collect the coffee type jars that have like a vacuum lids, which are absolutely brilliant. At the same time, don't forget, if you do use your vacuum sealers, don't forget to stock up on your bags, because at the same time guys, whatever you're preserving, if you're dehydrating fruits, vegetables, if you don't want to have or don't have a space for the jars, that those things are absolute must. And again, I just don't see enough emphasis on that online, but it is super, super important. Again, it doesn't have to cost you the earth. As you can see here, those little onion and the pickled eggs jars, they are from your local, or from a local fish and chip shop. So don't forget, anywhere you go somewhere, especially in the big fish and chip places, they go through their stuff really, really quickly. And the chances are they have those jars behind, and they happily give them to you rather than putting it in the recycling. And of course guys, if you do your own canning, don't forget to stock up on the jars. They are quite expensive, but over the time, jars and lids are gonna be absolutely irreplaceable. So next thing guys, over we are on the food subject, let's talk about things like foil and foil trays. Again, I don't see enough emphasis online, but it is very, very important. You know guys, foil have many uses apart from the obvious use of covering your food or cooking something on the barbecue, but also things like your little foil trays, again, could be irreplaceable in the SHTF scenario. And again guys, if for example you don't have or don't want to sort of spend money on the brand new ones, don't forget, if you do buy something, say certain pre-packaged meats or foods in a supermarket, that do come in the foil trays already, and they're much, much thicker than the ones that you buy. So don't forget, you can rinse them out and you can use them time and time again, but it is very, very important to have the selection of those ready just in case. So next thing guys on my list is tin openers. Yes, tin openers, whatever kind that you guys use, whether you use the old-fashioned things like this, electric ones, probably not the best, but any sort of tin openers guys, but you need to have more than one. I've been stressing this enough on my videos. Every time I do like a stockpile of sort of the tins, I normally, if I do this in Asda, I'll pop in and I'll get a tin opener. The basic tin openers like this are 60 pence currently, and they are really good. Yes, they don't last forever, but nothing really lasts forever guys, and I think it's a really, really good value. And I also stash them in the places where I have my tin storages. I always have a handful just laying about just in case. Again, don't see enough of the people mentioning this, but it is very important. Don't forget, it's all well and good having your hundreds and hundreds of tins, but if you can't get into them, that is totally pointless. And the funny thing is guys, the last bit, me having all those tin openers everywhere. When we last time went camping, what do you think I forgot? I forgot a tin opener. So now I have two living in my van full time. So there you have it. You can never have enough tin openers. Why they're so cheap guys, grab some and just stash them away. Next thing guys, and I've mentioned this before, but to all of you who are new to the channel, is activated charcoal tablets. We're talking about just hardcore activated charcoal, nothing else. None of this really bamboo charcoals, nothing fancy. Have to be plain round tablets. Again, activated charcoal is absolutely must as a prepper. We're talking about emergency water purification, we're talking about upset stomachs, we're talking about poisoning, we're talking many, many things that activated charcoal is good for, and it is very, very cheap. You do need to take quite a bit of it. Again, guys, obviously read the instructions when you are purchasing the tablets that you buy. So that means you just have to buy quite a lot of it to stockpile. But it is not something that goes out of date, so it is not an issue if it just sits in your cupboard for a few years. Next thing guys on my list, and again it's been mentioned sometimes, but we're talking about the potassium iodide, okay? Whether you guys choose tablets or you choose the liquid. I've decided to have some in a liquid form because we have a child, and God forbid in any radiation emergency, this is a little bit easier to dispense. So again, whatever you choose, guys, just don't forget to have some of it. I know you might be not preparing for that kind of thing altogether, but if you do live somewhere in an area of, you know, a specific, not say specific interest, but where things may happen, just maybe consider that. If you don't want to, guys, then it's absolutely fine. But I think just as a prepper, there is something we should just have in our cupboards anyway. So next thing on my list, guys, is seeds. We're talking about, guys, not just normal growing seeds, but we're also talking things like cress or chia seeds, many other seeds that you can just eat as they are in terms of addition to your porridge or whatever you might be adding them to, but they could be used for sprouting microgreens. And again, it's something that's kind of overlooked a little bit. People say, yes, you can sprout your beans, of course, you can sprout your peas, so you can have a pea shoot, absolutely, but at the same time, things like that could be absolutely irreplaceable if we're talking about SHTF, where the fresh foods are a little bit limited, and we do need to get some sort of nutrients and a sort of fresh foods, if you wish. They are really, really good. And the whole point of that as well, guys, because they're such a tiny seeds, you get them in well, as big as packets as you like, really. It's a really, really good value for money. If you think the handful of seeds will literally yield you like little plants that you can consume. So I think it's very important to be able to have some. I've done a video on the microgreens a little while back, so I think I put the link somewhere up there. But otherwise, just consider that alongside your normal seeds to grow as well. So next thing on the list, guys, is the, again, there is loads of books out there, but I'm specifically in this instance talking about the food preservation books, foraging books, and any cooking or cookery books. And we're talking about, guys, the simpler the better, okay? Because we're, again, talking about the situation potentially where things are not going to be easy, we're going to have limited supplies, limited foods, God knows what's going to be happening. So having a cookbook where you potentially cook something very simple is a good idea. And of course, the preservation. If you haven't learned or haven't started learning how to do your home preservations, it's a good time to do that now. If you don't, at least get yourself a book, because again, if something happens, at least you have the knowledge right there. Because we all know, guys, knowledge is power, and unfortunately, we cannot rely on internet indefinitely. So books are way forward. Next thing on my list, guys, is fire starters. Again, it is personal choice, but again, I don't see many people mentioning this. Yes, of course, we have many options, guys, to start the fire, to light the fire, and of course the off-grid cooking. But for some reason, people don't seem to mention the fire starters. It's just something there that could potentially make your life a little bit easier. It depends how you cook, what sort of vessel you're going to be using. But to me, because they're really cheap, I think they're a very, very good idea. And guys, last but not least, I don't have this here on the display to show you, but it is pest control. Again, I see people just failing to mention that kind of thing. Everybody's talking about the SHTF scenario, and obviously we know how bad things could potentially be. We're talking about waste. Obviously, we're going to be disposing of stuff, and we're talking about potentially the societal collapse where things are just not running smoothly. But pest control is going to be really, not saying number one on the agenda, but it's going to be very important. Last thing you want, guys, is all this sort of rats and mice running around there. If we're talking about where people just started dumping rubbish outside, it's going to get contaminated. It's just not something that's easy to comprehend. However, I think it's just a good idea to just kind of potentially consider that. If you don't want to spend money on, sort of rat poison or whatever it is, I totally understand. But it is something there to think about, guys, if it comes to the times where things are pretty bad outside and you're going to have all the, vermin running around there. You kind of want to protect your garden, especially if you're growing your food there, because rats will come and eat your vegetables. It's unfortunately it happens. So there we are. So anyway, guys, I do hope you can find this helpful. Of course, guys, there's many videos I did. I covered all the other non-food preps that you have to have, but this is something I just felt that I just needed to bring to your attention, especially to some of you who potentially recently joined the channel. So anyway, guys, if you have found this video helpful, please don't forget thumbs up. Really helps the channel. Don't forget, maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my comprehensive list of my prepping videos, and I shall see you next one. Bye bye.